A lot of y'all don't know what they did to Mike Tyson. Y'all got to be able to understand this man exposed some Masonic secrets. As soon as he exposed those secrets, they murdered his daughter. Then afterward, they got rid of him and they cloned him. I know it sounds crazy, right? Well, how do you have a 60-year-old man in the ring fighting like he's 30 years old again? I mean, a lot of people are put to sleep that they can't realize what's happening.
He's doing, but this is something that 50 Cent has to know, that when you're dealing with something like boxing and you're dealing with human beings, we call it peddling in flesh. Even though you're paying them, it's still, dealing in flesh,
Wow.
People are life in general is very short and it's unpredictable, but life is more unpredictable than it is short. So you have to understand you're dealing with human beings, so you're dealing with the probability of anything happening. Wow. And you have to also know this about boxing. It's the only business in the world. It's the only business, legalized business, that everything is not always on top of the table. There's always something under the table.
Some secret shit going
There's
on.
always, it's not going to work.
Wow.
This is how it works.
And why is that in 2012 that, boxing is still...
It should be taken over by the government, I believe.
It doesn't have like a governing body like the NFL or the NBA.
Exactly. Just like, look, 50 Cent is this is like 50 is he's a rap star. 50 is an entertainer. 50 is a entrepreneur. And 50 don't really know the ins and outs of boxing. He knows probably what Floyd tells him. But once he gets in this arena,
it's a rap.
Once he gets in this arena, anybody that was ever his friend that's on the other side is his enemy. Their job is to totally decimate him financially and get him out of the business.
Yo, that's crazy.
All right, so now any fighters or anybody that's a possible, if they're not on your team, this is what it is. It's a gang. Boxing was developed from gangs. The old Irish guys, old Dutch guys. It was a guy named Jim Bleacher.
Wow, I
and
heard
he
about
always
that too.
and he always put his slash on his corner. So that's how we got the red and blue corner. But you know what the red means? That's my gang. That's the representation of the gang, my political gang. If I win this fight, like the ancient, if I win this fight against your champion, it's all gangs. Gangs. It's all originated from gangs. The whole world. If my gang wins this fight, we own the whole district until you get a champion that could beat my fighter. If you don't want to accept that challenge, my gang against your gang, then a lot of people die. So they pick their champion and his champion, and the red represents, and the blue, Democrat and Republican.
Get the fuck out of here.
And that was all.
That's what the corners represent. No one knows that, but it
Tyson's 4-year-old daughter has died one day after what police called a tragic accident. The little girl was found Monday morning by her brother with her neck caught in an exercise machine cable. The accident happened at Tyson's home in Phoenix. Members of the quiet community say they were stunned by the news.
They always play with her, and it's just really sad to hear that. Mike is a personal friend of mine. It's just really sad, really sad. My condolences go out to him.
Exodus Tyson was discovered on the treadmill by her 7-year-old brother. Her mom tried to perform CPR, but the child had reportedly stopped breathing by the time the ambulance arrived. She was taken to this hospital where doctors described her condition as extremely critical. Mike Tyson was out of town at the time, but rushed back home from Las Vegas when he learned what had happened to his daughter.
He looked sad. He just looked sad and very quiet. He spoke very, very softly.
Investigators searched the family's home shortly after the accident, but they say they didn't find anything suspicious. Tyson has asked for privacy as his family tries to deal with the loss. Ross Simpson, The Associated Press.
Who are you gonna hurt?
regardless. This is my best thinking at the time. Get my gun, automatic, just like this, and you just go crazy.
Who are you gonna hurt?
Regardless. That's just my first thought. But when I went to the hospital, the people that were there, they're up there because their kids are dead too, or about to die. So, who the hell am I? Their kids are dying too. I don't know. It's something happened that day. I don't know what happened that day.
But whatever happened that day, was there a new Mike Tyson that came the next day?
No, I did some cocaine for a week. I had to get high. I had to back then. I had to get high. I couldn't handle it at all. You have to go. Now, you understand, right? Thank you. Thank you, man. You want to take this stuff off?
You okay?
It's okay.
Sir, Mike, I'm really sorry you're going through this.
Okay.
I'm sorry if we brought up...
It's okay. I gotta grow up. It's tough. Gotta be a man. Stop crying.
You're allowed...
A woman claims a man who looks like Mike Tyson lured her into a sexual assault. Police say the man, claiming to be the former boxer's manager, invited a woman to an after-hours club in Houston over the weekend, and that is where the victim says the look-alike sexually assaulted her. Now, the look-alike even has a tattoo similar to the one Tyson has on his own face. The real Mike Tyson heard about the investigation and shared a photo taken with fellow celebrity Jenny McCarthy. It places him in Florida when the incident in Houston took place.